bringing you another video on my reaction to some of the things we saw from Bethesda at their E3 press conference. Um, yeah, my last video just kind of responded to most of the things that we've seen, and so here I'm just going to go into more depth. Um, you know, I'm not too awful happy with what I heard. I mean, I'm excited as a Bethesda fan, but it's almost kind of disappointing. But there is maybe a little bit of things behind the scene with some of this that we won't really know about, but I'd like to speculate about. Alright, the first one is the new workshop DLCs, like contraptions and the one to build your own vault. That's kind of I would take them I'm happy to take them, because I bought the season pass for $30 when they first announced it, because it's Bethesda. I'm gonna do anything I can to support the guys, even if they do what they're doing here. But I would have taken these two just fine, but it kind of makes me upset whenever I find out the third DLC coming out in August, or the 6th for that matter, is Nuka World will be their last DLC. And that doesn't really much make sense. I mean, I guess it does, but it's just really kind of annoying that we only get 2 big expansions. And 3 DLCs that are kind of lackluster in the workshop. That's kind of a joke. I really think that they're cutting short here. I think they expect to do more, but then again, I think they feel rushed with the fact that everyone wants. There's a lot of people out there, and I'm one of them, who would love to see a new Elder Scrolls. Like, I would rather them take the time personally to make the game great, and make it playable like Skyrim. Like Skyrim, I bought the thing when it first came out, and I still play it to this day. I still go back and play it for weeks on end. I really hope that they can make. I'd rather them take their time to make the next Elder Scrolls better than Skyrim, better than Oblivion, better, even if they maybe, just maybe, better than Morrowind. So that way, I'd rather them take their time to do that. But I really feel the reason why they're cutting the DLC short, I really do believe they had hopes for more. But everyone's crying for new Elder Scrolls, and I think they're really feeling pushed to move on from Fallout 4, to let the mods really take their course, to where that they're probably going to be hoping that the mods is going to be their the covering is going to cover for their DLC lack of DLCs. But I mean, I really think, and they just confirmed, it was either yesterday or just today, just this morning, I can't really quite remember, but they just confirmed that there is or not earlier on this morning, yesterday, because it's early morning here now, it's 1 o'clock for me, so it was yesterday, or the day before, but they probably made the video, or they confirmed that they have 2 big game projects before the next Elder Scrolls to release, like Bethesda Studios themselves. So it's not like someone who makes Doom. It's not a branch of Bethesda. It's Bethesda Studios. Their team has said they're going to be working on 2 big projects before Elder Scrolls. My guess is they already have one of them halfway finished, and they're moving on to that right now as we speak. I feel that all their DLC, even the one coming out in August, Nuka World, is already finished, and they're just kind of holding out. They're doing what developers do, which is right. They're biding their time. They're trying to spread it out as much as they can. But I have a feeling that it's not much really what they want to do. I'm not really sure if they want to themselves stop making Fallout DLC. But as a community, we've really kind of like bashed them around these past couple of years. I sure as heck haven't. I've always been supportive, but there are a lot of people coming in saying, "Oh, we want new things with Fallout 4," and they get them and they turn around and say they hate them. That it's all Bethesda's fault. And as a company, I would honestly stop listening to the fans if I was the company, because I mean, you do what they ask, and then they hate it. They go around and turn on you. But that's enough of ranting on that for right now. But I really feel that they're really starting to concentrate on their next 2 games to get those out. And then they're probably hoping that those next 2 games will be able to hold people back from wanting and crying about the next Elder Scrolls. I really think they will. I really think that's the reason they're stopping now, is because they're feeling the pressure. They feel they have to get something out besides Fallout for their next game, because at the end of the day, Fallout 4, yeah, they try to say that it's probably their best game and their biggest game yet. It's probably just their biggest in sales. It's not their best game, not by a long shot. It's actually on the bottom of my list of the games that I like the most from Bethesda. But they're probably, I don't know. The thing is, people are probably getting bored with Fallout 4. I know I did. I got the game platinum pretty quick. I mean, it's not much doing the game. The game is very lackluster, and it's really pretty sad that they have to quit right now. Like I said, I don't believe that with how good they are at listening to the community, this is what they themselves would want to do. I feel they really are being pressed for time, and they're really getting a lot of pressure from the fans to make Elder Scrolls or making a game that's worthy of our time. And I mean, not that Fallout 4 wasn't, but I think that people have really complained so much that they're kind of getting fed up with it, and they're ready to move on. They're just ready to be done with it. I haven't complained one bit about a single thing that they have came out with. And I'm not just saying that to cover my own butt or to put anyone else down, but it has really annoyed me whenever I've seen people just complain. And I think they're starting to get a little aggravated with their PC community itself as well, or because I am, and a lot of the console fans are, because a lot of PC players really almost seem to have an entitled opinion. And I'm sure if I was PC, I might just think a little bit differently. But I've never been fortunate enough to be able to spend $1,000 on a great PC and spend $500 on it a year. I'm not there yet. But hopefully I will soon, because I hear great things about PC. But they're sitting here whining about all these DLCs and things they're coming up with that they have spent time and money on to make for us to enjoy. And PC players are like, oh, we don't need any of this crap, we got mods. Who gave you those mods? Who gave you the mods for free? Who gave you the ability to make the mods? Bethesda. The people you're complaining to about you have mods, they gave you the mods. People are just pretty petty. But I really feel that they're moving on from Fallout 4, and it's the community's fault. No one but the communities. People need to learn to stop griping and stop expecting too much of companies that they love. I think a lot of people who weren't so much Bethesda fans are coming over because Fallout 4 is such a big thing. They're jumping on the bandwagon. And people who haven't been around with Bethesda since they can remember come in, and they're the ones who are probably more vocal than the true fans. And they're the ones who are complaining too much, the ones who don't really know what they're talking about, who haven't been here for as long as the true fans have. But so that's my reasoning about why I think Bethesda is done with Fallout 4. People have complained too much, and they're fed up. They're done. And I'm almost afraid that they're going to end up giving up on their community. I don't know. I may be thinking it's worse than what it is, but if I was in their shoes, I would have stopped listening to the community as soon as Fallout 4 was released, because people are petty. They say they want one thing, they get it, and then they gripe. I mean, I understand if you ask for something and it comes out and it doesn't turn out to be what you were expecting, like it doesn't have the effect that you were hoping it would on you. But then again, you don't need to go and blame the company. You need to sit back and say, this is great. No, I really appreciate the fact that these guys have listened to us. But unfortunately, this isn't really working for me, guys. We apologize, but we don't really like this. And that's what they should say. They shouldn't come out and say, oh, this game sucks because we got what we wanted. I don't know. I'm not a very big person to go along with the bandwagons. I'm not that type of dude. And whenever I see this stuff, whenever I'm a gamer, whenever I love this stuff, and I hope to get into it one day, and I see this kind of this just happening, listening to this, it really really annoys me. And there are a couple of YouTubers who recently that I used to watch who used to be pretty good, but here recently they're starting to say the same things. Oh, we have mods, we don't need any of this. And then they just completely forget about console. I'm sorry, PC, but the consoles are just as popular as you anymore, if not more popular, because most people can't afford a $1,000 PC to run Bethesda games and all the mods that you can get on it. They can afford a $500 console that has computing power to almost rival some PC games that don't have mods. So, you guys need to understand, you aren't the top. You're great, but everyone's starting to get equaled out. I mean, consoles are not a thing just to forget. No matter how much you love your PC and love what you've had in the past, things change. And as a console gamer, we've, not just PlayStation, but Xbox, we haven't seen what we would love to from Bethesda till now. They were really starting to push to help us guys, and you guys just can't stand it. The PC just can't stand it. But like I said, I hope I can get a good PC one day, because I really want to enjoy it myself. But I'm not going to be going around saying I hate this because I got something free from the company that allows me to do this anyways, or something like that. You guys just need to think about what you have to say, and don't post it to the company that gives you free stuff. All right. Who listens to you and then is completely bewildered whenever they listen to you give you what they want, or to the best of their ability what you want, and then you go out and say you hate it, that this is horrible, this is all their fault, whenever it's really you just ran your mouth, you jumped on a bandwagon, said you wanted something and didn't think about it. When it came out, you got it, but it wasn't as good to you personally. It was just something you said because you were on a bandwagon. Think about it, guys. We've got a lot to change with our community. Thanks for joining. I'll see you in the next video. Leave a like if you agree, dislike if you don't. But guys, thanks for joining. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, and sorry for a rant, and I'm sorry if I insulted some people. But as a big fan of gaming, this is kind of getting annoying. Thanks, guys. Later.